Welcome to the Podiatry Profits Podcast, where you will discover how to get more patients and multiply the profits of your practice with minimally invasive foot surgery, proven marketing systems, and ethical influencing to your patients. And now, your host, board-certified podiatrist, best-selling author, speaker, and founder of TJ Ahn Coaching and Consulting, Dr. TJ Ahn.
Hello, this is Dr. TJ Ahn. Welcome back to this week's episode of Podiatry Profits Podcast. This episode, I want to talk about high ticket pricing or premium pricing structure. So what does that mean? Premium pricing is not based on your insurance plan or fee structure that was given by in-network the rate. You know, you heard the term usual and customary, right? So insurance companies or Medicare RVU, based on big data, according to them, you set that RVU unit. And then, I'm talking about in America, right? U.S. Healthcare system in general. I know we have listeners all over the world, so it may or it may not apply to you. But I believe idea is the same. Basically, insurance companies, they don't want to pay you. Let's not deny that, right? Otherwise, I'm a podiatrist, right? So most of you are podiatrists. In America, what is it currently CPT code fee structure for typical bunion? For example, 28296, 28292, 28299. What is that? Like typical osteotomy, do they allow around $500? Isn't it ridiculous to you? Have you ever kind of stopped and thought about it? I know you thought about it, but probably you feel like you cannot do much. What can you do? You are participating as an in-network physician. That means you're contracted with that fee structure. So whatever insurance allows you, $550, $600 for that CPT code procedure for bone procedure, you are cutting the bone. And if you ever even put screw or internal hardware, it's bundled now. That bundled fee structure, you heard the term value-based model. Basically, it means it has a one fee structure, and especially surgical procedure, you have a 90-day grace period. In other words, you cannot bill anything further related to that procedure for next 90 days. So let's think about this as a business sense. You are running business. Obviously, if you're running practice, you are running a business. In this podcast, I want you to think if you're the owner of the practice, as a business operator as well. You are the CEO, you are the president. You're not just a physician or a surgeon. You are running a business. So in a business sense, if your revenue is $500 for next 90 days, how can you possibly survive your business or practice? Just think about it for a moment. Your payroll, your tax, your rent, your utility. How can you even survive? Break even? No way. We're talking about surgical procedure. What about visit? Is it like $30 for Medicare? Somewhere around there. Again, don't quote me on the exact amount. That's not the point here. Point is RVU, current RVU in United States-based podiatrist. It is impossible for any practice owner to survive. The only way you can survive is to see as many patients as possible, like 40 patients a day, 50 patients a day. If you look at the graph, I wish I can show you a graph, but this is a podcast. Standard inflation graph, standard, living expense graph. If you look at that and compare to the reimbursement, it's inversely proportional. Inflation is going up, but your reimbursement is going down. Your rent is going up, your tax is going up, your supply is going up, your utilities is going up, your payroll is going up, but reimbursement is going down. If you think about it, it doesn't work. It's almost like a suicide mission. I often refer that to sinking ship. In my book, Opt Out, even title of the book, I called it Opt Out because I believe the only way you can survive and thrive is to strategically opt out of insurance plan because it is detrimental to business model of private practice. If you continue to participate in an insurance network the way it's going right now. High premium pricing, it makes sense for doctors and it makes sense for patients. So let me explain. If you set the premium pricing structure for your service, I'm not talking about just CPT. I'm talking about ancillary services that come with the main service. So if it's a bunion, it's not just a bunion. This is important. It's going to be whole experience that's happening around the bunion as a concierge experience. Patients will see it, feel it, and experience through higher level service. Because premium pricing allows doctors to see less volume of patient. That means you can focus on providing the best quality service to your patients. You can take more time with the patient. You can listen to their problems. And your staff as well. They don't need to waste their time all day fighting for reimbursement with insurance companies, appealing, fighting, asking for money. Is that why we became a doctor and we started private practice? I don't think so. So ask yourself if that's the right way to do. You know this is not the right way to do, but perhaps you're trying to give in. Hopefully, you're probably thinking, hopefully things will get better. Hopefully things will get better. But if you look back, if you've been practicing for a while, if you look back past 3 to 5 years, has it changed it to better? Your reimbursement, patients' high insurance premium, high deductible, high co-insurance, has any aspect of that gotten better? High premium pricing is the only way to go so you can provide the best service, best package to your patients. Obviously, higher quality service, patients will do better. And believe it or not, patients know this. I get this a lot from my clients, especially at the beginning, when doctors have a mindset block or brainwashed thought process, ask me all the time, well, if I raise price, nobody will pay. So that's another big myth that you have to break through. There will be always the patient clientele who are ready to pay you for higher level service. Always. So you are upgrading your level of service. I'm not telling you to rip off. I'm not telling you take advantage of your patients. Not at all. I'm telling you to upgrade your service level so it matches the package of your service, concierge experience to your patients. Upgraded level of concierge experience has to exceed patients' expectation. That's the key difference. So again, I'm not telling you to rip off of your patient. That's not ethical. I am telling you to differentiate yourself and make your treatment and experience around the treatment memorable. So patients go through this wonderful, memorable experience. You know what that will do, Patients will spread words to their family and their friends. That's the pure organic referral marketing. You don't have to do much. You just you over-deliver. Over-deliver the experience that patients will have with you, and you'll have that referral leads coming to you as a snowball effect. High ticket pricing brings you the better outcome. High ticket pricing also makes your patients more compliant. Again, this is very important. If patient pays, let's say $4,000 for your bunion procedure plus concierge package, all inclusive, do you think patients will listen to you better of your post-operative instructions and follow a protocol, post-op visits? Yes, they will. They will listen to you, every word you say, because patients don't want to mess up your work and their experience, because it's sort of investment. Now, it's not just, getting treatment by like traditional sense. It's sort of like patients have invested in their health if it is structured in that way. Now, if you have invested high ticket, $4,000, $5,000, and they're going to go through with you for the next 4 to 6 months as an experience and package, patients will follow very, very well. And you know what that will result? Better outcome. You agree? Non-compliance issue is always a big potential complication. And if you can eliminate that, and at the same time, you're not suffering with $500 for 90-day period for one procedure. Rather than $500, you go $4,000 to $5,000, but you provide service that is gonna exceed their perceived value. They're gonna pay happily, and they're gonna go through beautiful experience with you and your staff, and then better outcome, and then sequentially they're gonna spread words. This doctor is different. Their service is different. It's not something they're used to by being pushed by administrative staff. Maybe 3 to 5 minutes, quick visit. Doctors are always rushing. And doctors have to push patients around because they're running against time, because they have to see so many volume. And then what happens next? They're going to receive bills from insurance companies for deductible. Receive bills from your billing company about portion of deductible, co-insurance, balance. And what your staff need to do? Call insurance company, fight for more reimbursement. It's like begging. And they don't even care because they have ton of load of staff working, literally, how to deny, how to audit you. You agree with me? Now, you don't have to do that. I'm telling you, there's a power in the high premium pricing structure with concierge package. However, you cannot just raise the price. It has to be strategically planned, implemented, and not overnight. I've seen a doctor who didn't have a plan and then just more based on emotional decision that dropped every plan. Hopefully, they thought it was going to work, but it didn't. Had to close it. I don't want that to happen to you either. So it has to be very, very thoughtfully planned. You have to plan for it. You have to implement it. And then you need support. Okay? In my own experience, converting and transitioning from insurance-based model to a hybrid concierge model, it took me a good 3 years. So you need to analyze your current insurance plans and reimbursement and account receivable, and you have to identify patient volume versus reimbursement versus hassles that you are going through with any insurance company, and you have to go through the elimination process, opting out process. If you want to kind of read the overview of mindset behind it and kind of blueprint, like a playbook, again, I have a book. I published that book, Opt Out, last year in 2019. So if you're subscribing to my podcast, this is what you need to do next. Go to my optoutbook.com. It's optoutbook.com, all one word. And for limited time, I'm offering basically free book. You will get a physical copy. You just have to cover the shipping though. But I purchased books for you and I have it in my office. And if you want to kind of start gearing your mindset to concierge model, it doesn't have to be pure, full concierge. It needs to be done slowly but methodically. So that's why hybrid concierge model has been working for me and also many other doctors I have helped. So you don't have to raise the risk. So you have a nice, perfect mix and balance. So you'll have cash flow, but you are eliminating bad insurance plans. What it will do, it will increase your profit. It will increase your return on investment. And time, for God's sake, we only have one life, and time is the most invaluable asset that we have. You cannot refund your time that you lost. A lot of doctors I've been helping and talking to don't know the concept of opportunity cost. The opportunity cost is the potential loss of your income or revenue because you are involved in some other activities. Because we have finite hours every day, and if you're wasting your time on certain activities that could be done very practically and efficiently if you didn't do that activity. Does that make sense? You need to start thinking about in terms of opportunity cost. For example, if you're commuting to a hospital to perform surgeries, if you're watching Netflix movie all night, this is kind of extreme. Even cleaning your house, you're spending time, finite time. All those time, if you can spend that exact same moment in higher return on investment activity or higher income producing activity, and if that adds up every day, even 1 to 2 hours a day, if you can start saving those time and focusing that time on income producing activities every day, and if you look back 1 year from now, you will see what I mean. That how much you can save that opportunity cost and generate extra profits. I'm all about helping you to generate and multiply your profits through podiatry practice. That's the goal of this podcast. Again, I wanted to explain to you today's episode the benefits of premium pricing, why it makes sense for current modern private practice who are based on insurance model, and also why it is more beneficial to your patients. Again, there are a lot more deeper than this, right? But, this purpose of podcast is not teaching you every little steps or implementing every little details. If you want to contact me, I do have consulting and coaching and mentorship programs to help you achieve together. You don't have to do this all by yourself. You have finite hours every day, and we're going through, all of us, one-way direction, one life. And if you think you want to save time and find the shortest pathway to achieve your dream practice, contact me. I'm not ashamed at all to talk about my programs because it has produced results on other doctors. So I am very confident that if we are a right fit, I know I can help you. So you don't have to do it alone. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to my podcast channel so you will not miss the future episodes. And if you are interested in getting that free book, you just cover the shipping, go to optoutbook.com. And I think that's it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed me rambling about the high ticket pricing. And I hope that you think about this, then actually, my purpose is done. My goal is to get you think in different direction, better direction for us as a colleague. I know it has changed my life. If you have a family, if you have children, you know what I mean. You don't have to fight for time to spend one more hour with your son and daughter, or with your loved ones, your wife and your spouse and your partner. Your life is there, and podiatry is your profession. I don't think it's your life. Would you agree or not? Again, leave me a comment, meet me in a Facebook. I do have a free Facebook group as well, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Continue to listen. I would appreciate it so much that you are following my podcast. And again, don't forget to leave me a review. I appreciate it. That helps my operation, my mission, to help my colleagues better. All right. That's it for this episode. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week.
You've been listening to the Podiatry Profits Podcast with Dr. TJ Ahn. To find out more about Dr. TJ Ahn or discover how you can grow your podiatry practice, visit drtjahn.com. Or you can also get a free copy of Dr. Ahn's best-selling book, Opt Out: How to Take Back Financial Control of Your Private Clinical Practice Without the Hassle of Insurance Companies. Just go to optoutbook.com.